you have to be very intentional. And if you have questions, you can reach out to those people. And there's certainly been people that I've reached out to and had communication with. So I think you just rely on that and rely on the people that are in those positions that you trust them and they're going to do the best representing the entire group.
Indiana Fever superstar Caitlin Clark on trust in her WNBA comrades to get a deal done. Hello and welcome to Inside Indiana Business. I'm Gary Dick. That collective bargaining deal between the WNBA and its players union still being hammered out as we record our show this week. Negotiations have centered around both sides and money. WNBA players want a bigger piece of the pie, retired player benefits and team-provided housing. The league suggesting the player demand would result in big losses as it expands. Now, this is right in the wheelhouse of IU Columbus Associate Professor of Finance Ryan Brewer. Done a lot of work on valuations of college sports teams and others around sports. Ryan, always great to see you.
Good to see you. Thank you.
Get your perspective on something that this is a big deal.
It's a very big deal. Last year, for the first time, the WNBA turned a profit. And I think this community in particular knows that one of the main reasons for that was the 2024 drafting of Caitlin Clark out of Iowa. She came in as a juggernaut to the league. And for the first time, we started seeing arenas fill up. Not the small arenas, but the big NBA-sized arenas start filling up, especially when the Fever were in town. Consequently, attendance up 48% overall. Indiana Fever, attendance up 300%. Orders of magnitude across viewership, merchandise. It finally exploded. It's like a big plane taking off. And for 20 years, it was on the runway. And then COVID hit. And then we came out of COVID and Caitlin Clark arrived and the plane started taking off. And we're in takeoff mode right now.
Yeah, so the stakes are high, obviously. This is a bit of a gambit by the players. That, you know, a lot is made about the losses the league has sustained, but as you say, new TV contract, a profit being turned. They want to get, you know, their piece of the pie now. Your thoughts on the gamble, if you will?
Right, it's a very interesting situation because for the first time there's a lot of money in the pot. And both sides are looking at it with wisdom and with, you know, some excitement as to what to do. And understandably, the players want the money. And understandably, the league wants to protect the league. And we have to grow carefully so the plane can continue to take flight, get to a proper altitude, and then go from there. So generally speaking, with a business, you want about 5 to 7 years of consistent cash flow growth and stability. And that's what the league is trying to protect. They're offering about 4 times the salary that the players earned last year. And the players want a little bit more because there's more money there. But reinvestment costs money. We're doing expansion. There are 2 more teams entering the league this year. So it's definitely a very interesting situation.
Just a few months ago, I had the opportunity to talk with Hall of Famer Tamika Catchings, who was very involved in the collective bargaining process as a member of the Fever, and asked her to get her take on the labor situation.
They have to do what's right, not only for the players, but more importantly for the league, because the league is something that we want to sustain for years. You know, the WNBA was still a fairly young league, and we've had a lot of growth in the last 3 to 5 years, which is amazing. Now it's like, okay, how do we continue to have that growth? Pay the players what they deserve. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so kind of reinforcing what you just indicated. And when you think about Tamika Catchings and the Indiana Fever and what has been built there, the implications for the Fever are big. Certainly they've got Caitlin Clark. They've got the makings of a great team. Ticket sales, merchandise sales, great. Downtown, you know, new training center for the Fever. Folks are coming downtown. A delayed season would have impact there.
Yeah, there's a lot of risk because what we see is that the local proprietors are now, you know, built up to kind of expect that summer business. So that's another impact on Indianapolis. But the whole thing really hinges on, you want everybody to be a little bit unhappy when they get to the middle. And after they've had a couple of weeks to digest wherever they end up, they're going to be happy. But what they don't want to do is they don't want to set the season back and cancel the season. I think there's a lot on the line right now, and everybody's going to have to share in this pot. So they'll probably end up in the middle someplace, and the sooner the better. Because we want to see these players start to get back into the gym and start working out for the season.
With you on that, Ryan Brewer, IU Columbus is always great perspective.
My pleasure. Thank you, Gary.
Well, the Indiana Fever's $78 million sports performance center, I mentioned a moment ago, it's beginning to take shape in downtown Indy. The 3-story facility will feature state-of-the-art amenities focused on training and well-being for the athletes. It will eventually connect to Gainbridge Fieldhouse via Skybridge and is part of an emerging Fieldhouse District in downtown Indy, expected to open next year.